Access Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Access Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Mel, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet,
and real extra ratchet, raunchy ladies.
That'll be everywhere, like.
Who got coming up? Those shops is upstairs, but we down here by also, man. This nigga got hit to walk off the set. We leave that up to Rito.
Out the river, sip it up. Your necessary, I back it up. Make your hips swing, lean and up. Till you lose your head, then you join the book. Heard ya, girls, yeah, get it in. Till your phone start ring, ding, 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 ding. And I be my way to him. Zim, my boyfriend, killer, oh yeah. Shim, I got the night simmering. Come see me in a style and never see you in. Beep, we on the way, and we're glimmering. Wet like a summer drip, dripping, oh yeah. I got him, I don't. I got him, I don't give a fuck. I got him, I don't. I got him, I don't. We open up on my foot, same time. Me no want no me time. Tell you got for chillin' at me time. Come and feel like the one pop it bang you like me pop a rubber band. Body like a bag of money, team me rubber band. You love my body, Slap up, you love my body, Wine like a happy hour. Boyfriend killer. I just can't say goodnight to you.
Benz on your foot, me a pull up. Hey, similar to the syrup, girl. Come and me put on a fuck. Like, I on your pussy for down, but fuck. Alright, in the Benz with she. She said she want me to go kiki, girl.
I guess this light is good. Yeah, I need some lotion. This is some kind of romantic light. Look like we about to have sex or something. You know, you gotta have the soft light so they can't see all the stuff. Oh my gosh. Then, of course, I was not prepared like I was supposed to be. So I just wrapped my head up. You know, I'm always doing something with my head. Hi, Tyrone. All right, it's getting hot. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but I really need to come to New York. That's what I really need to do. I'm working on it because it's getting hot. And I already said I was going to have a go-home vacation. There's like a whole bunch of shit that I want to do, and it's just nothing like New York when it's warm. Cannot wait to come home. And this time I'm going to stay for like maybe a week and a half. But I can't stand my family. They get on my nerves. Like, oh my God. But the outfits, I have to be prepared to be with everybody. Interesting. I'm gonna leave the romantic light. Hey, I'm gonna leave the romantic light, and I'm gonna be prepared because y'all don't know, but I know that I have been dieting like all women do for the summer, but I've been taking it so serious to the point where, wait, let me show y'all something. Do you see my gourmet vegan sugar-free candies? You know you're serious when you're eating gummy bears that taste like erases. That's serious. But it's been working because I went out because it's in Georgia right now. Today was like 80. It's supposed to hit 90, I think, on Monday. But how about this? Because you know, ladies, well, I'm going to talk about this. Anybody that's plus size, and I know the men, and I have some questions and some thoughts about this before we get into the topic. So I'm going to go a little sidebar. So what I always thought was really funny is, because I heard guys talk about they meet a woman and then they get to the bedroom and she has to take off layers. But I always feel like you're supposed to, no matter what your shape is, you should wear proper undergarments. Because, ladies, some of y'all look a hot fucking mess. Okay, so that's why they make like shapers. So to make it fair, there's shapers that just smooth the lumps out, which is not that deceiving because it just kind of smooths it in the dress so it don't look like crazy or your butt's not shaking and jiggling everywhere. But then there's waist cinchers, which fool the whole idea because the waist cinchers suck you in and make you look a little bit more flatter and all this other stuff. And, you know, that's before everybody, I mean, people still use them, but that's before, you know, everybody was getting the BBLs and stuff like that. You know, everybody was walking around with these waist cinchers and stuff, which I'm going to tell you right now, I've had a waist cincher fucking hot in the summer. And all the ladies who know about this, I don't know, guys, you should know about this, but where the marks used to come from, because if you would wear the waist cincher really, really tight, you could always tell because a woman would literally have, let me see, what's the price tag on the gummies? Oh, the gummies? Take your butt to here it is. Honestly, they don't taste bad. It's not like $3.99. Go to Marshalls or TJ Maxx. But you gotta remember, I'm in Georgia, so we have a million Marshalls and TJ Maxx. It's $3.99 in there. I think regularly it's something like $7.99. It doesn't really taste that bad, I promise you. I was just playing around saying like that, but they are really good because we'll get into that really quick. I don't want to do the sugar. I heard those gummies are good. I haven't tried them myself. They are good. Like, and they have two different flavors. I have this flavor. Let me see if I have the other one. Oh, yeah, I do. Hold on. This one is the mixed fruit. This one is the mixed berry. So I opened the mixed fruit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I opened this one. Yeah, the mixed fruit. And they have the mixed berry. They are good. So if I go in TJ Maxx and Marshalls again, I'm definitely going to buy some because you know the sugar. So what I've been doing is cutting out sugar. Carbs is not that hard for me to cut out, just kind of doing that stuff. I'm going to tell you how much I lost so far and what the goal is. Because I've only been doing this for, what is it? What are we on? I think 6 weeks. And I lost a good number. How many can you eat per serving? Okay, here we go. I'm a carbs counter right now. So, I mean, carbs and calories. So we got 10 pieces for 60 calories. There you go. 10 pieces, 60 calories. There's weed in them? No, I don't do weed. I know I probably shouldn't I? I've never tried it, so why do it now? There's no weed in them, but I'm sure you can make some weed ones. No, these are regular gummy bears. I don't do weed. I probably wouldn't eat so much if I did weed. I don't know. No, I thought weed gives you the munchies. Never mind on that. I don't do weed, so there's no weed in those. But I had some friends that did weed Doritos, and they were fucked up. Like, I didn't try none, but they were fucked up. I had to drive everybody home. Let me see. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. Oh, it's not going to work? Why? It's only 60 calories for 10 pieces. And so it's only 4 servings in the whole thing. Add that up. That's not a lot of calories. What do you mean? There's no sugar. Oh, there's no sugar. What is wrong with y'all? That's pretty good. Oh, back to what I was saying. Waist cinchers. So you'll know if they do the waist cinchers because they have the marks. They usually get the mark up on the top and on the bottom where the waist cincher goes. So I've had waist cinchers before, but undergarments, ladies, you still should be wearing undergarments. You don't have to do waist cinchers with undergarments. But being on this diet, I kind of wanted to make sure that I didn't have to wear any waist cinchers and just like, just like smoothing and stuff. So that's what I've noticed. That's what I've been happy for. What I've lost so far, it hasn't got to my face yet a little bit more. I don't want to lose too much in the thighs, just a little bit in the thighs. And I don't want to use the tits. That's one of the things. The ladies know what I'm talking about. When you go on a diet, your bra size going down. Now, I can stand the bra size going down and still be okay. But if you can't stand one, you don't like that. The tits go away. That's just not cool. Like, that's like one of the first few things to go away is the tits the tits get smaller. Guys, y'all so lucky. Y'all drop weight. It's easier. Anyway, but what I was trying to say is I got my sundresses on. No waist cinches. It's getting flexed. Now I should work out a little bit more. I'll walk, but I don't like working out. I don't know. Only type of workout I like. Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay, I'm going to take applications. I need to have sex 3 times a day, and I can get stomach muscles. I can do that. That'll work. Stomach muscles, flatten it. Let me not take applications. I have to update y'all on the dating app stuff. This shit is hilarious. I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to have some fun to see what's out there so I can talk about it more. This is pathetic. And I'm going to keep going on. We're going to talk about this a little. This is very pathetic. But let's go backwards to what I want to talk about. Ladies, make sure. Yeah. Hey, this shit is very pathetic, the dating. But ladies, what I want to get to for summer advice, please wear some undergarments. Just wear some. Because I already started people looking being a hot mess. Question of the day for me too is, I love Lizzo. I really do. But now, ever since Lizzo has done a couple of crazy things, I'm in the plus size world, so I feel like I can say this. I don't care, ladies. I know we got to be confident in ourselves and stuff. But just because they fucking make it does not mean you should wear it. I don't care what you say. Y'all get mad at me if you want to. I don't give a shit. That's all I'm going to say. Some of the stuff, like, I'm a confident person, but it's not the confidence. It's the fact that, babe, it doesn't look good. It's not cute. Like that part. So here's my thing. If you have love handles, like a lot of love handles, why would you wear something with the incomplete size out? Like if your stomach is not big, then do the stomach. Like, I don't know. That's a whole nother subject, but I just don't think that just because they make it that everybody should wear it. So my thing is, undergarments for the summer. Also, it's getting hot. So guys, wash your balls. Women, please take care of your vagina because, when it gets hot, it's easier to smell. And that does not mean put some pineapple oil down there because I just see people just buying a lot. Even on my site, they buy a lot of pineapples and strawberries and shit like that. And I'll say it on their big letters like a warning. Do not use pineapple and strawberry with a dirty vagina. It just smells like fish and strawberries or pineapples and strawberries. Like, come on, guys. Let me see. I love this confidence. She does it sloppily. I understand. I'm not talking about Lizzo, though. I'm just talking about other people. I said ever since Lizzo, there's a lot more confidence coming with plus size women, and I don't mind the confidence. But come on now. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes. And we must remember, Lizzo has money. And she's talented. So here's the thing that we have to understand. When someone makes money and they can sing and play instruments like that, and they can get away with shit that you cannot. So when your ass works a regular job, and I mean a regular job, and you just walking down the street, no, ma'am. No. She has designers making her stuff to kind of even go in that craziness, but kind of fit. No, you cannot be going to Rainbow and picking up some shit and just walking out and thinking that looks good. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it at that. That's a whole nother story. No, I'm not going to agree with it. I'm in the... It's called tasteful and non-tasteful. And a lot of y'all is starting to break into the weather and y'all go crazy. I just think overall everybody's going crazy because that's the other thing that I noticed. So I'm not going to get into the BBL thing really big, but here's what I noticed. It's a pet peeve of mine. It's like people keep saying, I'm not doing a BBL for nobody else, not to get men, not to do this. Okay, whatever. That's a whole nother discussion. We can talk about that. But let's just put that on the pause button and put it in the closet for a second. But the point is, I do notice once they get the BBL, like all the fucking clothes come off. All of the clothes come off. I agree. Thank you for agreeing. all of the clothes come off. So my thing is, at the same time, this is the same woman. You sending mixed signals to men. And it's all, we're going to talk about how men's signals are right now and all, how everything is very different. Mixed signals are going out because then you like want me for me, but all of the clothes, nobody wears clothes anymore. So it's curious to me. We get mad when men act hypersexual towards us, but everything is that way. Like your fucking nipples are out. Or you have everything showing except for you have a little patch, a round little patch on your fucking vagina, and then 2 on just the nipples. And then you want them to treat you this certain way. It just doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense. To the other part is, it's wild to me how everything's so open. What is sexy anymore? Is there really such thing as lingerie? It does not even exist. I know you can buy it, but literally everybody's wearing that in the street. Like, do you come home and have options? Like, is there lingerie? Like, I don't know. Like, is that still sexy? Because literally I can go outside and see, I can see less clothes outside than I do with the lingerie. So I don't know. Like, y'all leave nothing. And it's funny because some men, I've noticed that they find you extremely sexy with all your clothes on, because all of this without clothes is out there. So I think when a woman is looking sexy with clothes, it's something interesting to desire, because it's just now that is not the norm. That is not the norm. It's like, wow, she has clothes on and she's sexy without taking all her clothes off. That's fucking amazing at this point. Like, that's just how it is. It's just fucking amazing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Ladies are showing way too, they are showing way too much. It's insane. It's getting hot. Wait, fucking pants. Like the damn jeans is just going up to like this. Besides showing too much, this is why the coochies are smelling. They're so tight. Do y'all understand? Dark, wet, moist makes bacteria. And y'all want to just cover it up with some sweet smelling oil. No, it doesn't work that way. It's wild to me what's going on. That's another thing. So I'm gonna go to Instagram, because there was a girl that came on Instagram and she basically was saying that the women right now who are 45 and 50, she said that they are doing too much. They're wearing ponytails. They need to take their asses in the house. They trying to dress young, and that's why they're lonely, and that's why they don't have no men. And this is interesting. So I want to say this that I'm going to talk about. I thought it was very interesting. With my observation of trying to see like what's out there, just going on the dating apps and just looking and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say this, because I'm in that age group of whatever I look like, even though younger men approach me where I can look younger. But anyway, I'm in that age group up there. And I got to think about these, okay, women, girls, whatever way you want to say it, that are between, let's do 25 to about 30. Let's do 25, 30, 35, 31, she was 20, like she was late 20s. Anyway, in that group. So when I was that age, let me say something. Completely, I'm 100% on this. Different caliber of men. I'm going to tell y'all now, these babies out here, they got to be half naked, surgery ups. They have to like bend over backwards, suck dick, fuck, cook, or even if they don't cook, they just got suck dick, fuck all the time, be on call all the time, answer the call. They gotta do way too much for this much and don't even get a title. I'm gonna tell you the difference from now to then. And this gives the attitude of some of the older women, why we have like certain type of attitudes. Our men were different. You did not have to do all of that. All of the shit you didn't have to do all of that for a man to spend money, to take you out, to do dates. That was the norm. It's like they had a dating budget or some shit, because you could go out. He'll take your ass out. He'll buy you stuff. You don't do all of that. All of that for a man to act like I guess, some people say that's sappy or whatever, but I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying that people didn't get left or things didn't happen and all that, but what I'm saying is they were a lot different in dating. Now men are the prizes. You gotta earn your keep and all this other stuff. Y'all gotta do a lot. We just had to get dressed and didn't have to be naked. get dressed, look cute, and that's about it. I remember getting dressed to go to the movies. I remember getting dressed to go to Sunrise. If y'all were from New York, y'all know Sunrise. Y'all know Green Acres Mall. You used to get your gear ready because there's some, what? You go to movies, you can end up with a hottie, like in a minute. He'll come, buy your ticket, you know, you go to movies, y'all going, like things was completely different. Now, they got to fucking suck to do everything. Are you crazy? Hold on. Way too much. I ain't even lying. You got to way too, this is crazy. So what happens is, some of the attitude of the women who are older now, that's why they have an attitude. Because they grew up, they didn't have to do all of that. They're looking at you like, y'all doing way too much. Why y'all doing that? Like, that's insane. Y'all leave nothing for them to do. Nothing. It's so bad that women are out here, like when you're on these dating apps and you meet men and you're talking, so let's just have some fun. I'm going to tell you about some crazy ass conversations. There are men literally saying that, okay, I'm not going to commit, I'm not going to do that, but what happens is I'm going to date a couple of people, maybe for a couple of months to a year, and then I'm going to decide which one I like, but I need to try all the goods first. I need y'all to act like a certain way. Excuse me? So basically what they're saying is, I got to fuck them, suck them, act like I'm their wife, and then maybe I'll get picked because you dating like 3 or 4 of them. That's what I said. That's funny. But this is what's happening out there. This is what's going on. And I'm laughing. Not me. You can suck on a tampon on that time of month before I do all of that to get you to, like, what, be with me? To spend some money on me because you want to date in court and stuff. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about I have to be, there are women out there that's just after money and stuff, but I'm not talking about that. And the thing is, men blame women. Okay, here it is. Men blame women for being money hungry or gold diggers, or, you know, that term, old term is gold diggers, but now to be money forward. But back up for a minute. Who really started that shit? Let's think about this. Because now the man that used to not get any play is getting all kind of play if he has money. If he has money, and this is, it was happening back then. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it's happening more now. He gets all kind of play, but what he does is he moves with money first. Now, women, because of the way that things are going and they feel like they compete, they want to be in, I call them placemats. They don't want to be placemats without, if they lose the race, they want compensation in the sense of gifts and trips and stuff. So they move with money too. But men move with money, especially ones that don't look so great. They move with money first. Oh, I'm going to buy you this. I'm going to do this. That's what they do. But then get mad when women want money. So it's just insane. Who really put that narrative out there? And if people don't believe me, example, let's do a housewife. Let's do Portia. Okay? Everybody, you know, a lot of men find her extremely attractive. Her baby daddy and the man she's married to now, they both have money, especially the guy now that she's married to. Now, women, we already know, let's not lie. That is not an attractive man. That is a fat man. He's not attractive. And I don't give a shit if anybody is watching this, because you can't tell me, even if she was in here, I will tell you, I don't care, because she doesn't care, because her man has a lot of money. And he gives her and let her buy whatever she wants and does whatever. And he knew he could pull her. And in the matter of fact, you know, the whole big thing was she met him on the Housewives, because remember, she went to his wife's house. We're not going to even get into that. But the point is, that's some shady shit. Back in the days, no ugly man, you're not doing all of that. You couldn't get away with all of that. Because they wouldn't fuck with you. But they are now. Oh, they are now. Because they leading with money. And they are now. They are definitely are now. She's a very attractive woman. Her husband is, I don't care what nobody tell me, not attractive at all. The baby daddy is not attractive at all. That is so money orientated first, because she wanted a certain lifestyle, live a certain way. So as a pretty woman, this is what she can do. But, you know, he got the money. He gets all these options. He ain't even looking at the average, you know, he knows that he can get this with the money, because that's how a lot of women are leading forward. So when you look at that, Why do y'all think women act that way? Like, you know, that didn't come out of nowhere. And especially with now, like, you know, it's drilled into our Black community. Our men are incarcerated, which they are. They're incarcerated. There's not a lot of them out there making money, you know, and then so you have choices as a man, you're the prize, all this. So men are acting accordingly, and then now we have a big clash. So the women want to flash more to get more attention. They want to do more quickly, and I'm not saying you have to wait, but I'm just saying they want to do more quickly and do everything to sustain his attention. And it's really wild out here right now because all the women say they want to listen to women. They are saying, there are women who are it's got me so twisted up. They're working as, okay, you can be a teacher. It's a noble job, but you know how much teachers make. It can be a teacher. You can have somebody like management, customer service. When you talk to these women, they want men who make $100,000 or more. Because they're watching TV, they're looking around because they want money and stuff. Here's the thing. As much as we like to believe everyone's saying that they're doing that, it's only 11% of Black men that are making over $100,000. Every time you get a room full of men, they all say they're making it, but that's impossible. The numbers stand right there. It's just not true. So then all these women are competing for this $100,000 man. So why do you think he has the criteria that he has? Like, there's a lot that he wants. He wants to look good, be intelligent, do all this other stuff, or whatever the case. He don't care about, and that's another thing. There's a myth out there. Everyone thinks men care about if you know, they want an intelligent conversation. Some men do, but the thing about it is they don't care if you bought your car, your house. That's one thing that we have to realize is a little sexist. That's the right word, sexist. Men will take a girl who is not financially stable and help her and, you know, all the stuff if he likes her, versus a woman. She don't really like to mess with a man that's not financially stable. So, you know, it's a double standard right there, definitely. But, you know, there are women right now thinking, well, I have my own house, I have my own car, so I'm this prize, I'm this because I have all the stuff and it comes with it. Men don't say, ooh, check brownie points because you have a master's. Ooh, check brownie points because you bought your own house. Because here's the deal, ladies. He don't want to move into your house. And it's a bad idea anyway. He don't move to your house. You either going to move into his house or y'all going to move into a house that y'all bought together, but he really doesn't want to move into your house as much as you like it because it's your house. Like, men really don't want to move into your house because as women, if we had our house, we rule our house. So even if somebody comes in, you know, it's a little hard for him to make his little territory when he moves into your house. That's a very touchy subject. Like, that just changes. You know how we are. This is my house. As soon as you argue, you know, this is my stuff, my house, my refrigerator, my food, my stuff. My name is on the bills. So he don't give a shit about that. It's about your attitude, about how he feels when he comes home. You know, all that kind of stuff like that. And that doesn't, for some men, they don't care about cooking and cleaning. Some men do. You being your hygiene, a lot of men care about hygiene. Are you messy around the house? Nobody wants to come into a bedroom that looks like a college room or a teenager's room. Keep your shit clean. You know, a lot of women don't. You know, they're messy, different things. But anyway, so the idea is, hey, because if you talk to women, some of them, you hear some of these young women who work at certain jobs, they just be like, I want a rich man because why do I have to worry about cooking and cleaning? We'll hire someone to cook. They've been watching too much fucking Housewives. We'll hire someone to cook. We'll hire someone to clean. And here's my question. So you have children with these women who don't know how to cook and don't know how to clean. And let's say you have somebody, you hire them. Y'all have a kid. This is why women have problems. Because when she don't know how to cook and she don't know how to clean, she don't know how to wash her ass right or keep herself right. Then when you have a daughter, she doesn't teach her daughter how to do that shit either. It's just a cycle. It's a terrible cycle. It really is. And that can go from money to not money. It's a terrible cycle. You have no idea how many women do not know how to properly take care of themselves because their mother didn't teach them, because no one taught their mother. It's a generational thing that goes down. We have to ask ourselves, anybody that's listening that has kids, if you have girls, you can't just send them in the bathroom and they close the door and they take a shower. You can't do that. And think that they automatically know you get under the water and you just shower and everything is good. Like, you cannot do that. You have to go in there. It might be embarrassing for them or you might feel awkward, but you got to do this shit. You got to go in there and be like, oh, let me show you how to wash yourself. You show them one time and they're good. You got to go in the shower and get the rag and tell them how to wash their vagina. If you use more than one rag, this one's for your face, this one's for your ass, or whatever the hell you're doing. There's a face regimen. Wash your underarms, scrub this, lotion up here, exfoliate, once. You have to actually physically go in the bathroom, turn the water on, and do that. Y'all got to stop telling these kids, just as they get older, 5, 6, 7, 8, just go in the bathroom, wash up. What the fuck? You didn't show them. You just expecting them to know. So they just take the soap and go like this. And it's rinse. They didn't really scrub. This is why they're smelling, even when they get older. Because you're not teaching them. And if someone didn't teach you, then I'm imploring you, if you're listening to me now, teach your kids how to wash, not just put them in the bathroom and think that they know what they're doing, or tell them, hey, wash this. No, go in that. Let me tell you something. Grandmothers back in the days, my kids will tell you, I told them how to wash, but their grandmother, my mother, God rest her soul, but when she was alive, she went in the bathroom too. After I done showed them, she went right behind me. When it was, do you know how to wash? Okay. My kids said she scrubbed them so hard, they remembered. She's like, get in those underarms. Y'all have hormones. Y'all getting funky. You use deodorant. Use exfoliate. You do this. Show them how to wash. And for God's sakes, please, people, women, stop teaching your kids to be scared of the bathtub. Please stop it. I don't understand how y'all get your feet done every week. You soak the motherfucking feet and get the toes done and everything, and y'all don't soak your vaginas? What? I heard so many times a bath is dirty. It's about what you put in the bathtub that is irritating you. It's the chemicals you're putting in, not the water. And hello, people, 2 ways you can do this. Perfectly the way that I like to do it. You can do your own way. But what I do is I sit in the bathtub, soak my body so that the skin opens up the pores, gets all the dirt, and yes, your tub can be dirty. But here is the thing. The water flows to the top and everything. Once I let the water out, I turn on the shower, use the exfoliant, and get all of the rest, because my pores are open now and they soaked. You soak the damn vagina, you scrub the exfoliant and get all the dead skin and everything off of your pores, and you take a shower. Then you clean the tub. Hello. That's how you take a bath and clean. Now, some people take a shower first and then sit in the bathtub because they get weirded out or whatever the case. Either way. You know what I find funny about this? I know some people can agree with this. If you took baths when you were little, my parents, you would think, I just saw a list of the top 10 richest cities, and richest city, black richest, like where black people live, black cities. In a sense, I'm sorry, neighborhoods, not cities. I apologize. You can Google it. Neighborhoods. It was 10. Canberra Heights came up. That's where I grew up. Canberra Heights in Queens, right near Long Island. Canberra Heights came up. It's number 5. I was living there when it was number 2, because there was hardly any black people there. As much money, because I really didn't realize, my daughter brought this up to me, because my daughter was like, Mom, y'all had money when y'all was little. I was like, what? I didn't feel it, because my mother loved to be at Pathmark on the no frills line, saving motherfucking money for no reason. Wait, they used to stand there and watch you wash up. So anyway, long story short, because I'm not trying to say I grew up with money. I didn't feel it because my mom was a little cheapwad. But this is why I'm saying this. Do you know my mother used to run a bath and put ivory liquid soap in it to make bubbles? But we used to fight between me and my sister to who gets the bath first, or we had to go in there together. Do you know that she used to make us share bath water? Y'all think baths are nasty? You should see it when you share behind somebody. Yes, and you just add more bubbles. That's what I used to learn that, like, you know, after you soak, you take a shower and stuff like that. Yes. That, now, I get what you're not wanting to do. But not soaking? Y'all, please, show your kids. They can't learn that all by themselves. Show your kids how to wash this stuff, especially the girls, boys, their balls and stuff, wash this stuff. You'd be surprised how many people as grown women don't know how to wash. We're gonna leave that with that, where that's at, and get back to dating. So, we were on this dating thing. I think the caliber of men was different when we were dating, because now it's crazy out there. It is absolutely. I feel sorry for people. I feel sorry for people who want real relationships and they are looking. And especially, I think a wake-up call is happening because a lot of women went career-orientated, and now that they have their careers, they have their stuff, now they're looking and their window is smaller to have children, to get married, and do it that way and look. It's tough out there. It really is. And that leads me to believe this, because I feel like a lot of people are dating outside their lane. And they're holding all their cards outside that lane. And that's where they're holding, because that's what they want. I really do. I feel like we have to readdress settling. We call it settling, but I'm starting to really think about this. Are you really settling? I have to start thinking about, are we dating in our lane? Because a lot of people want this man that makes over $100,000. There's steep competition for him. I'm not saying don't go for it, but it's because, like I said, 11%. 11%. So somebody's fucking losing, okay? And there's a lot of them, because there's a lot of women going for that 11%. Somebody's losing. So my thing is, should you not go in that race? Should you find someone that's making less than $100,000, but has a good job? 70,000? And I understand, especially if you're like from certain areas, if you're from New York, 70,000, they say that's like, what? But if you're making your money, they're making the 7, you put it together, y'all can still do something. I'm just saying, if you want to have a relationship and you want to get married and have kids, I'm just saying, maybe you need to come down in your lane, because the lane is way up here, and maybe we need to kind of, and it's like, people be like, I don't want nobody to make that money, because they got bills and stuff. Everybody's looking for somebody to take care of them. 11% people, that's just 100,000 and more. Now, if you go above that, the percentage gets even smaller. And you're wondering why you're still single? I'm just saying, like, you might have to look at the other percentages. Let's come down a little bit and work with some of the men, like work together, so you can have the relationship you want, if that's what you're looking for as a relationship. I just think that maybe y'all need to think about that and work, whatever, because there's a lot of people who are getting upset. And you could always tell too, because sometimes you'll get some, like when you talk, they'll say, I'm single. I'm not saying that people are not single because they choose to, but I'm single because I'm not settling. And this, but then you're mad. Like you're mad. You're absolutely angry. We can't be angry. Like if you make that decision, you can't be angry. Then comes in the part, this is why I was talking about settling and rethinking about settling. Now, I've been guilty of this, but it comes with consequences. Because sometimes you can find the person that you like, and maybe the money's not all the way there, or even if the money is kind of there, or whatever the case may be. Y'all dating, he's nice, you feel like things are going to go well, good conversation, all that. And then you try the goods. And that doesn't work out for you so well. Now, here's where it gets funny. This is when a woman has to make a decision. So I'm asking, if he has all of the other criteria that you want, thoughtful, He'll buy you a couple of gifts, brings flowers, you know what I'm saying? Very nice guy, just regular arguments, nothing like that. But the sex is whack. And then some women will tell you, oh no, you can't settle. But a lot of people who say they can't settle will stay single. Are you willing, and this is the interesting question these days, if you find a good guy, but the sex is not so hot, are you willing, as people like to say, settle, or should we change that? And is settling bad? Like, I'm curious of what's in your thought process. Sex is not good. So are you willing to throw everything away because you need good sex? And there's a huge possibility if you throw that away, because a lot of good men do not come. It's not like a bus. That shit is a lie. Oh, when one bus leaves, another one comes? No. It keeps coming? No, ma'am. No. Do not be fooled by that thing. No. People like to say, oh, one monkey don't stop a show. Bullshit. If you have a monkey, it's supposed to have 6 monkeys at the show, and there's only 5, some people want their money back. They're getting mad because they paid to see 6 fucking monkeys. So yes, it can fuck up a show. Maybe not stop it, but fuck up a show. So half of your people are leaving. Those are all myths and lies. Yeah, it can happen. So that's my question to you. Because there's a lot of women who said, okay, you know what? That's a deal breaker for me. I'm not going to do it. And now they're looking back because they're 50, 56, 57, 58, and they single. So when you look at it that way, would you have went back in time to that guy whose sex that wasn't that good, but everything else was, and he would have been good? Would you go back and change it? You have to ask yourself that. I'm very interested in the thought process of that. What are you thinking about? Like, how do you think? Or is it just okay to be single? Or would you have changed it and say, you know what? That really shouldn't have been a deal breaker. I'm really like interested in what people feel about settling, because a lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to settle. But a lot of those people right now, when I go back to interview them and they get older, they're like, I missed the boat because there's nothing out here now. Because the older you get, the older the men get. And I keep telling y'all that there's a huge problem with African American, Black, whatever you want to call it, brown people, whatever you want to call it. As they get older, there's a huge problem with their health. So your percentages only get lower as you get older. So like when you're 50 years old and you're looking, a lot of the men that are in your age group that you're going to deal with have a lot of health problems. So guess what? That problem with the sex thing, you passed it up before and said, oh no, I can't do this because that's not good. But now you're running into it all the time because now you're older and you're looking to settle down, and this is your pickings. So it wasn't working then, and it's definitely not working now. So now you literally are waiting for the same exact thing. So I don't know. That's the question mark. Should we be evaluating what we are selling for, or should we be looking at that a different way? Because I'm telling you, when you are on those apps, these men, sorry guys, I hate to, I know that you're going to say there's women out there too, but y'all got a lot more choices. You got to understand, we got like 1 or 2 of y'all. Y'all got 10 different choices. I mean, there's literally way more women than men. There just is. For us having 1 or 2, you got 10 to 20 that y'all can pick from. Y'all can literally sit around and be like, I don't like that one. You could move around. No. This is why a lot of toxic men get a lot of vagina. And they still got women fighting for their toxicity. Do you know how many women I talk to that their man is cheating? He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's lying constantly. And their number one question is, how do I get him to be loyal to me? How do I get him to stop cheating? How do I get him to pick me? To pick me out of all. It's like he's dating 3 or 4 of us. But I need him to pick me. I need him to stop cheating. All of this because the dick is not good. On the other end, so this dick is good. So they'll go through all of this. And the other thing is, I mean, it's an old saying, but this one is true. How many times does a man have to show you he don't really want you? I call those placemats, that you're a placemat. We've all been placemats. Most people have been a placemat in people's lives before. I've been a placemat before. But the sooner you realize it, the faster you can get out. The problem is when you know you're a placemat and you stay being one, that's very scary. But as soon as you get the inkling that you're a placemat, something should click in your head and be like, you know what, I need to get out of this because this is not cool. But a lot of women, you know, they stay at the placemat and then they're hoping that they can get to the, you know, move up. And it's crazy because they'll start to do stuff. They start to spend money on the man. They start to do extra stuff, knowing a whole bunch of shit that he is just no motherfucking good. They'll do it. And men know it. They will do it. And I think that we have to be way more careful about that. Because the more and more that we comply with certain things, the more and more that's going to be the standard. So we're also at fault as long as, yeah, they should treat us better, but we're also at fault for staying around. Like, you know, the women are arguing about, you know, you being with the same guy. And I feel like this. You, at any time, here's the thing. And I think this is a red flag you should never, ever, ever ignore. If you're with somebody that's dating multiple people, whether they tell you or you find out later and you stay, those are your choices. That's another conversation. Those are your choices. I leave you with your choices. But I'm going to say this. You really got to start paying attention when he starts upsetting you to make somebody else, another woman, comfortable. You have to start questioning it. That should be a red flag that's flying in front of your head. And that's when you got to sit and have a conversation with yourself and talk to yourself and say, what the fuck am I doing? Because when he starts, remember what I'm saying now, when he starts making you uncomfortable to make somebody else comfortable, meaning he makes a date with you, but your dates always get canceled because he's going out with this one. You waiting on him for hours and he finally shows up when he shows up because he was over there with this one. But you sit there and wait the 3 hours till he comes so that y'all can go out and have your fun. You always got to switch your time. Oh, you could come see me Saturday. Oh, no, I can't do it Saturday. And you know it's because he got plans with somebody else, but he moves you around. So as soon as if you're in these situations, he makes you uncomfortable to make somebody else comfortable, baby, that's your cue. That's your cue. Your cue. You're not the one. And I think that's scary because what happens is women are putting in work to be with certain men, and they're doing the things that they're asking. Well, you got to show me first. You got to prove to me first. They're putting in work and they don't want to leave their work. They don't want to feel like I wasted 2 years, 3 years, a year, whatever they're putting in. So they just, they're like, wait a minute, I don't want to give all that up. No, sweetheart. If anyone needs to hear this and you need to hear this now, remember what I just said. Sacrificing your comfortability to make somebody else, not him, but the other woman more comfortable and stuff, it's time to go. Always also remember, because I'm a strong believer, because people think that when you love somebody and they fuck up and they do wrong, people just think that, oh, you literally can just stop loving them. No, people don't stop loving them. That's why it's hard for people to leave. It's a difficult thing. It's a painful thing. It's like a death, all those kind of things. You don't stop loving them at all. However, you can love someone and doesn't mean that they're good for you. So you can keep on loving them, but that does not mean that you have to be with them. So, some people need to understand that and hear that. Thank you, Tyrone. Well said. Yes. you can really love somebody. Please just understand this. I didn't tell you to stop loving them. I'm just saying love them from afar. Learn how people treat you and treat them accordingly. You need to reposition them. So treat them how you're being treated. So just stay loving them, but that doesn't mean they have to have access to you because you love them. And remember, love doesn't die naturally. I put a quote of him in my Instagram today. Love does not die naturally. Love dies from the things that the person does. It doesn't die slowly. It doesn't just die like that. From, lies, deceit, disappointment, just constant, that's how it gets chipped away. And that's the in love part. That's why I said you can still love somebody. It chips away. You got to pay attention to those things. When you find that you're putting your heart before the other person's heart and you have to give into their heart over your heart and it's not equally meeting and you're just doing everything, you have to examine that. When you find that you're the one that's holding the relationship up, you have to really start thinking about the things that I'm talking about. And that means what I'm saying is they don't call you. You call them every morning to say good morning. You call them every night to say good night. They answer only. It's not balanced, baby. And I think that's something that we have to start thinking about. It's not balanced. So when you picking up that phone every morning saying good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, then that person says, hey, babe, good morning. You call them and they don't call you back and all they do is text you back and things like that. Flags. Know what that says? I'm not saying that person doesn't care about you. They can care about you. But listen to me closely. Come in close. Let's stare at this. Look at my lips. They can care about you. They can like you. They can lust you. They can even be a little infatuated with you. But baby, you're not the pick. You're not the one. You're not his one. When he don't call back right away, if you told him you had a headache and he don't say how you feeling, babe, or talking to you, you doing all the work, yeah, y'all can have great sex together. He can care about you a little bit, but you're not the one. When it comes down to when it's time for him to pick, he will not pick you. You will be the one hurt. So recognize it early. I'm telling you something that's going out there. I keep hearing this more and more and more. I did everything he asked me. If he asked me to change my hair, I did it. He likes this, I did it. I call him, I do this. I remember his birthday. I make a big deal out of it. I'm doing this. They're pouring. And then he has the nerve to tell me he wants to make sure that this one's okay. I really want to work it out with her. I told you I was kind of seeing her. She's who I think about and what is going on. So guess what? He's like, yeah, but I care about you. But, this is, I want to try. Yeah, you wasn't a pick a long time ago. I'm telling you something. I've been hearing so much of this lately. Guys, pay attention. Whoever told you there's not levels to love is crazy. There's levels to love. Love it. I need my homework assignment to everybody is to look up love, lust, and affection. I mean, not affection, infatuation. There's not very much of a difference. It really isn't. So it's not so far from lust and love. It's not so far. There's a few little things. But it's not that far from a difference, but it makes a huge difference. Especially like people could be like bomb in bed. Do you know, and that's the thing, ladies, when you show them your stuff, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't or whatever, that's your decision, and you're really, really good in bed, or, you click with them sexually, that can be a lust. It's levels? Yes, there's levels. Yes, Wiz, there's levels. Because when someone's bomb in bed, they could be in love with what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not in love, like they can love that about you, but they don't really, not into everything else with you, but that sustains the relationship for a little while because the sex is so great. Y'all are in this fantasy thing. You're in this fantasy thing. And, you know, the woman's like, okay, now we can have a great relationship. But he's not on that level. Because then some men click with women. They can finish their sentences. There's something more about her that, you know, connects. And here's the thing. The heart wants what the heart wants. And we have to understand that there could be 3 or 4 different women. And when it comes to a man, this is the thing I need. Okay, I need all the women to pay attention to this very, very carefully. And I got to do a time check to see where we're at. Very, very carefully pay attention to this. A man can be dating 4 different women. I'm not putting no one down. Everybody has good jobs. Everybody has great this. All of those things are all good. Everybody has assets and brings things to the table. Everybody's on a good level. But he clicks with one more than the other. I don't want anyone to think that there is something about you that is wrong. Just like there's certain men that you can go out, look perfect on paper, but when you go out, there's just not a chemistry and it's not there. That's the same thing with men. There could be one that for whatever reason, they click. He thinks about her all the time. That's who he wants to be with. And you could have did everything excitingly perfect and everything. And he has an attachment to you, but it's not the same because the heart wants what the heart wants. And we tend to, as women, like get very upset, but you didn't know you were in a race, but you knew you were in a race. So be very careful when you're in a race. Look at all the signs and pay attention if you choose to be in a race. And know that if you're in a race with other people, somebody's gonna fucking lose the race. And it could be you. So understand that you could get your heart broken in the race. You really can. And then you're sitting there wondering, like, what is it? That's why you'll find women go, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. So that doesn't make the difference because that person could look a certain way and you think you're more beautiful or whatever. It doesn't matter because whatever's clicking with him, with her, you know, whatever chemistry that they have and whatever it is, it clicks. Somebody got to lose. It's just like dating. So, you know, when a man is dating, he tells you he's dating and he's seeing 5 or 6, 7 different women, he picks one eventually. Not particularly because she did something better. That's what he likes. What he may like, the other man doesn't like. Like I said, but your heart may be all the way into it. He might be the one for you, but, you know, 2 people got to have to be the one to make it work. Al, what time is it? I don't know why I can't see it on my phone. Al left me.
It's that time.
I figured it was. I can tell from talking. All right, guys. I hope y'all loved what I was talking about today. We got some good stuff coming like next week. But I just thought that I needed, you know, because I know it's getting summertime. Everybody's getting ready to be in heat. And, you know, people like to get loved up, sexed up in the summer. Everybody's looking sexy and all that stuff. So that's why I wanted to talk about these couple of things because people are dating right now. And I just didn't want a whole bunch of broken hearts and different stuff. So, you know, just giving some thoughts, some little wild thoughts. So I will see y'all next week. Love y'all. Bye, Al. Bye, everybody. I gotta go do something with this head. I'm always doing my hair when it comes to this. Thursday's like my hair day. Wednesday is like my hair day. Plus, there's like a lot of good shit going on over the weekend. Yes, a lot of. Oh, by the way, all the picnics and stuff. Ladies, if you're single, go out to the picnics and I don't know, things going on. It's a lot of music, picnics going on Mother's Day weekend. It is the single fest. You need to go on out there and check it out.
Press trigger, me no press people button. I got my own, me no watch people something, yo. Count blessings and the figures keep coming. Work with our word, not for worry about none, yo. Press trigger, me no press people button. Real hotty when me pull up on something, yo. White rice, yes, I'm me, cook the